All right. Bless you all. Your boy Prefix still working on the beginners trader stuff. You get. So I know this video might be pretty long. Is a top-down analysis for the monthly time frame in Euro USD. All right. I know many of you will find this video not interesting, but it was actually made for you not to find it interesting. You get. So forex is not interesting. So from the monthly, let's see something here. If you're working with your trend line, you could see that we're breaking a major trend line. I'm gonna call this no, I'm gonna tag this. Alright, is that good? No. Red, nah, it's not good. Yellow, nah, it's not good for the white. Alright, let's use blue. Alright, so we could see that Euro USD has been pushing. Normally I'm an SMC trader. I don't do this, but I just feel like doing it. I don't know. Since Euro USD is on a sort of trend stuff. I don't know. Alright, it should be something like this. It's like gauge, and obviously we have broken down to the downside. So all the opportunities we should be looking for here is sales. All right, from the monthly time frame we are selling. All right, let's zoom into our chart. We are going to forget about what happened at the past and focus on the present. All right, focus on the present. So from the monthly, what do you see? We can see a clear, right, a clear downtrend is obviously clear. All right, minimum of 2 touches. It broke. There was a trend line liquidity here. All right, and we have this major trend line here. Perfect. We could still decide to draw something like this. All right, the perfect trend line. I'm gonna draw this stuff like this. All right, touches. All right, we could see perfect. Normally I don't do these things, but I just want to do it for the sake of this video. So price has been moving trend hit the price will hit the stuff here. Where's my arrow? You know, this is pretty what most traders face. We neglect the monthly time frame. I will just jump every day to go and take trades. I personally do it, but gradually I'm coming back to it. You get. So I think this arrow should be here. This arrow is obviously full at it. I don't know. All right. So damn, bro. You can see what is happening. Price hits this point, get to this level, hits the level, came down just like that. Finally got here and did not touch the line, and we are going for the line again. And when price gets to this line, we'll obviously be selling what down. All right, that's for trend line traders. So we are going to keep that in mind, and from the monthly. Let's start from here. We've got a liquidity sweep here. There's an inducement level. I probably do not know what you call it, but that's an inducement level. I'm gonna call that X, right? So that's an inducement level here. Alright, it's not perfectly straight, but I don't care. So when you see an inducement level and where is the low that formed the inducement when price trended up and was trending down, so this low formed this high. So here is obviously the break of structure. Alright, you should find this video interesting because it's going to help your trading. Alright, I don't like this red stuff of a thing. Prefer it to be black. At least it should be faint. You know, black colors are somehow, I don't like them, but I usually do use them. I hate this color, bro. It should be black, bro. It should be black. Alright, it's black. So once we've got this low taken out as the break of structure, then this should be our change of character. Obviously, I know you should know that, but some people won't know that. You get, this should be our chop. Alright, I'm just gonna target M chalk. Perfect. MBOS. Oh, I hate what I'm doing right now. Alright, we're just gonna draw another line here. Alright, this should be our MBOS. Alright, I know pretty many people will be buying off from this other block, which is which is nice. You could see the reaction there. The 15% of the other block pushed price to take this inducement. You could see how this thing works, and boom, after the inducement you just have to look for a higher time frame unmitigated order block. And where is the higher time frame unmitigated block? For me, this was the candle that did the sweep. Alright, this was the candle that did the sweep, but it wasn't having a fair value gap. So I will be going for this, and it's still not having a fair value gap. I really don't know what price did there, but based on we have a higher time frame trend line, probably that was one of the confluence, and possibly price just use this whole demand zone, or this is the weekly. It should be damn shit, bro. Yeah, price used that whole demand zone, and that was the other block. If you could see, if I should remove this, you'll see that price tagged it, and boom, price went for the break of structure. So this was a whole impulsive move. There was no This was a whole impulsive move. There was no pullback. Price was just going. Price kept going down. All right. After the break of structure, we should be looking for a higher time frame POI for us to what buy from, and possibly we could see this pretty this was the other block. Let's say this was the unmitigated other block, but price did not get to this point. Price just used the, I think, FVG. Yeah, price used the FVG, and I'm not a fan of fair value gaps. But if we could check back, you could see that that level is support level that pushed price up. All right, we are not really. You should not be hunting for the buys immediately. So if you are hunting for the buys, you just mark your zone at and you wait for a reaction, since this is the weekly, before you execute your trade. So price used that fair value gap. All right, coupled together with this monthly trend line. So price use that point, and you could see, if you are trading, I should not be teaching you my strategy, but this was a clear push up, breakdown first. You don't buy, you wait for another break, then you wait for the break of structure before you start looking for the buys. So when you are looking for the buys, knowing fully well that there is no pullback, on this monthly. So let's see if it got to our 50% Fibonacci retracement we are learning. But I believe this video is going to help you guys. You could see, just dig just above it and before the drop. All right, but you don't just sell from zones like this. Even if you want to use breakout block from the monthly, which I really do not trade. All right, I really do not trade breakout blocks, but you could mark this out as a clear zone coupled together with your trend line that you've drawn. So that was what price expected. And all right, that was the confluence. And as price did break of structure, since we had no inducement, we have to wait for market to create one. So we could see that price formed this low, created this monthly inducement, came down, did not break this low, went up in form of a double top and broke. All right, once we see this break here, all right, let me just show you the break. This was the low. Price swept immediately. Price swept here, so we should know that our next inducement point should be here. All right, this first one. All right, it works even the daily 5 minutes and all that. So having here as our new inducement point, then this point is now confirmed as our break of structure, bro. You got it. This point is now our break of structure, but I really do not know if this shit is recording. Let me just check. All right, come on, bro. It's recording. All right, so confirming our monthly break of structure, knowing we have monthly high here. And if you want to mark, if you are a good trader like me, I'll be looking at the zone for the buy, for the sales. But having this trend line, I will have it in mind that price won't come to this zone. Possibly price might get to that zone, but I don't know. But price did not get to that zone. If you can see, that's why we did support and resistance. There is a major resistance that hit price tries, I think. Alright, tries before this. So this point is a valid key level. I'm not going to be taking this out. Maybe I should just alright, call this level what should I call it? Possibly let me change the color to yellow. Perfect. My color sucks, but I don't really care. So we could see that major resistance. So seeing this resistance, we already know that price is not coming from our major order block. So we should be looking at the sales from this point. So looking at the sales from this point, you should always wait for a pullback to be taken at confirming a change of character. You can see when price got to that level, it did a pullback, making that level to be like, okay, this is a strong level. This is a strong level. Then we should be looking at what? Should be looking at the sales from that level. Alright, we should be looking at the sales from that level. Then where is the major order block that caused the push? I know pretty how you mark your order block, but it's not same with mine from the person I learned from. You get this level. Alright, I will be changing that color to, let's say, black. It sucks, bro. It sucks, but I really do not care. Alright, that's the candle with the fair value gap. That's a valid order block. So having this change of character here, we know that price is coming for that order block, and that order block is sitting pretty in our resistance level. So it made that area is what a strong point, and you can see how price displays from there, forming let's say double top at this point. Price formed a shoulder, head, on a shoulder again, and we have this sweet move to the down, making a break off for structure. So our interest should have been, alright, since price has done the break of structure, where is our next? How can we buy? How can we buy? Then your mindset will be buy. You check back again, and we should be looking at a key level. Let's clone this, and should be looking at, alright, alright, that other block is not looking other block to me, but that was the other block I was looking at for price to get to when we were pushing down, but price did not get to it. So price got to the other block. Alright, let's look for the candle that did the sweep perfectly. This was the last candle that did sweep. Alright, this was the perfect candle. Right, that was the perfect candle for the other block. Let's reduce this. Right, so you can see how price respected it, and you should not buy at first. You shouldn't buy at first. Watch this price action. When price got to this point, look at this push. Look at this price. Look at this. Watch this. move. Look at this price action. All right. As when we have seen price taking this low again, then we should be knowing that okay, price is coming for this point, but price is just trending up a little to hit this trend line before we start dropping. All right, so we don't have any pullback yet on the monthly. So from the monthly, this is what I'm still seeing, that this is the only major pullback we have here. All right, this is the major pullback, and you can see price coming. Do we have any valid order block? This is the only valid order block I can see here, but possibly that's the only order block at the monthly, bro. Yeah, at the monthly, that's the only order block. So maybe we should be looking at that resistance level again for price to retest it one more time. Since when price broke this level, it hasn't really retested it. Right, it broke here, went back up, broke again, went back up, broke. This was it. Broke the first time, went back, broke. So we are looking at it to come to this zone. So from the monthly, we are anticipating buys. In as much as we are anticipating buys to this side, we should also. So our breakout structure is not yet confirmed. Let's delete this. Right, this one want to. All right, sorry for that. In as much as we are expecting this level, we should not forget to pay attention to this minor resistance zone that price is rejecting from. Oh, you could see on that resistance zone we have the other block is so pretty. It's so pretty, like me, bro. Pretty other block. All right, and it's on a major trend line level. So we have how many confluences here now? A resistance, a valid order block with fair value gap, and a trend line level. So everybody's in a state of confusion at this point. Meanwhile, we still got our inducement. Is that really a valid inducement? Let's see. Oh, somehow valid inducement. Somehow not still valid, bro. So, what are you still now anticipating? If price rejects from this level, then we should be thinking, looking for price to what? Break this low, right? For a breakout structure. But if price breaks above, all right, this is what I'm saying. If price rejects from here, just to this level, either do a sweep or expect this level and go back up. That's what I'm saying. But this is on a monthly time frame. This move is from 2022, I guess, when this consolidation started. 2023 to 2024. All right. So here we have this. I'm just giving you my own analysis though. You could this minor support and resistance here, and price has been raging bit on that zone. You can see it respected it one more time, broke through. So when you see something like this broke through, tap a valid order block, pushed up. So when you see something like this, what are you expecting? We're expecting price to come back to this zone. So if price can get to this zone, we'll be buying to this zone. So this is exactly what I'm saying. I know probably you don't get me, but let me use my arrow to explain it. Is something like accumulation, manipulation, distribution stuff. You get. So price has been ranging, something like this. All right, I know you understand now. All right, who has seen this strategy before? All right, broke. So when price broke, price moved again. We're expecting the key level. What are you expecting price to do? Come back into this zone and what? Boom, to this zone. Should be looking at this zone, 50% of the other block, and we'll have that break of structure, and that break of structure will be very sweet. I would love to see that break of structure. I would love to see it. I would love to see it. So this is what I'm anticipating on the monthly time frame. All right. I know you got it now. So speaking from this other block, we also have a valid order block at the down. So what can you do with this analysis? Let's drop to the weekly. I know this video is already getting long, but you have to be doing all these things. We use both the retailer's idea, the smart money concept, or let's do this, to achieve. The aim is to get a profitable trading. So we trade everything, brow, everything. All right, it's from the monthly ended here. I'm pretty sure we do not have any use for that again, but so price from the monthly, that was this level was another block, but from the weekly you can see pretty well that price usually use fair value gaps. You can see price respected the fair value gap, 50% of the fair value gap, and went up. So from the weekly you can see the clear change of character. It was not on the monthly, so you can see. So when price do a clear change of character, what do you expect price to do? Is to boom back into the zone, into our sales, our buy zone, I mean. But price cannot just boom back. Price have to tap on the PY. Alright. But this weekly is looking too bearish. Alright. Price will now come back to the zone. That zone there. That other block. So we have this resistance level and that zone. So we should just leave this having this zone already. So first of all, the weekly is saying what? We are pushing down. Monthly is saying, monthly says that we'll get to this level and push up. But what do you see from the weekly? That's why the chart is so confusing. Monthly said that when we get to this level, we'll push down, and when we get to the down, we'll now in turn push up to break this zone. But let's leave those ones aside. We are focusing on the sales for the now because we've got the sales. So we've got the sales from this zone to this zone. So this is a whole lot of people. Just figure out what you can catch from this trade and catch what you can, bro. Swingers we swing this trade. I actually was looking at these points. This was where I placed my order. I deleted it before I started this video. Something like this. This is a 583 pip. But I did not remember to place limits. I just came and saw crazy movement on the chart. But still we'll look for the sales.